Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday from Boulder, Colorado. I'm so happy you all are here this morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. It's a great day to have a great day. So come on in. I'm going to take a minute, as I always do. I'm going to share this out, and hopefully, we'll get our P family gathering in here this morning. We have a P gathering every day. All right, let me see. See if I can find it. Well, I'll get there in just a minute, hopefully. There it is. Okay. So I'm sharing it now and letting everybody know that we're online. And hopefully you'll do the same thing. Okay. We are shared out. We're on. And Catherine Kovacs is here this morning. Good morning, Catherine. Oh, it's so good to see you this morning. Let's get started. And the way we get started is with the breath. So hand on your heart center and slow down your breathing and add in some love. That's the recipe. It works really, really well, but I see something that's not working very well, and that's my computer battery. Let me take just a minute while everybody's finding it, and I'm going to plug in the computer. Okay, I thought I had done that last night, but I didn't. So now we're cooking with Crisco, as they say. Now we have power. Good morning, Deirdre. Good morning, Kim. Oh, it's so good to see all of you flowing in here this morning. Good morning, Joanne. So we were just beginning to go into our heart when I realized that my computer battery was at almost zero. So thank you for letting me have that moment to plug it in. And now let's put our hand on our heart and breathe in. And thank you all for sharing. Good morning, Pat Moss. Breathe in love and release that love back out. Breathe in light. Breathe in joy. See yourself. Just as you close your eyes, if you safely can, see yourself right there and give you a big hug. Just blow some love right into that heart of yours. Brookie, good morning. Okay. And then we love to share. So share that love. Think of somebody that you just would love to wrap your arms around and give them that heart hug and get them in here. Good morning, Tom Baker. Oh my gosh, Don, I'm going to give you a big hug. It was so good to hear your voice yesterday as I was driving. It warmed my heart. All right, so the next thing that we do is we say affirmations. And those affirmations might sound something like, I am enough. I am deserving of every good and wonderful thing in life. I am happy. I'm healthy. I am a P for peace. I am a spark of the divine. What does your I am look like? Yes, the lunar eclipse is coming up on my birthday. There's a lot of things happening on my birthday, and I'm so excited about them. Kim, I used to say before I knew all of you, I used to get up and say, "Good morning, sweet peas of America." Well, I think I found you all of you. You did find us all. And in fact, I have revised our gathering t-shirt to say peas for peace on the front. And I just have fallen in love with the shirts. So I received mine yesterday when I got here at Ruth's. Mine, the one that I ordered, to see how they would look. And the graphic on it is, I've got it right here beside of me. Hold on. Keep giving me your I ams. Deirdre, I am a life renewal. Yes, indeed. We've been saying those I ams for a long time now, for over 500 days. I'm going to grab the shirt. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. This is our shirt that we are going to wear at our gathering. And the back of it, it just turned out so beautiful. I'm trying to get it all in the camera. So on the front, I have added, below the True North emblem, I've added the words peas for peace. So even if you don't come to our gathering in October, you might want one of these for yourself. 533 days we've been doing those affirmations. Thank you, Deirdre. And thank you, Brookie, for giving our Brandy a heart hug. She went through a really trying time yesterday, and she made it through, and she's safe. I chatted with her a little bit last night and sent her some love. And our Kathy Hand is undergoing knee repair this morning. So please keep her in your hearts, praying for Raphael to be there, for him to just guide the physicians that are helping our Kathy. Thank you, Deirdre. I'm just really loving it. I think that it is so cool, and can't wait to see all of us wearing them at the retreat in Virginia Beach. Yes, I will, Kim. I've already put them on my website, angelspeakers.com. And there's a link, I think, in the Cuppa Messenger group. But if you, I'll send it to you directly. Brookie, I know, Brookie, I love it. I can't wait to see it on people. All right, this is Manifesting Monday. And boy, have I been manifesting. And I tell you guys, there's a truth to all of those teachings that Neville Goddard does. I listen to Neville. I just drove 4 hours yesterday, and the first part of it, I had to turn Neville on to keep my mind really from going into anxiety, because y'all know me. You've known me for years now. I don't do well driving in rain. I just don't. And I have this energy that I go into that's panic if I can't see the road if I'm driving. If the rain comes down so hard and it's covering my windshield and I can't get the wipers going strong enough to be able to see, then yeah, I panic because I don't know if I'm going to run off the road, if I'm going to run into another car. So I'll read the story from last night's story time, which was a miracle in itself. But starting out on my drive yesterday to come here, there were storms. And so I have to, you'll see when I read you the story, the really miraculous way this turned out. But I didn't panic. Instead, I said, how can I control my situation? How can I control my mind right now so that I don't focus on the storms? Because what you focus on expands. So I didn't want my focus to be, oh, I'm going to run into that. I'm going to run into that water. I'm going to run into that bad storm, because there was some really bad downpour that was going on. So instead, I chose to focus on what can I do to manifest. And Neville is all about manifesting. So I listened to him instead of listening to the voices in my head that were going to tell me, oh, you need to pull over. You can't do this. You need to pull over because that storm's bad. And I would see after a certain point where my car would turn on the road, and it looked like I was going right into it. I was looking at the other vehicles coming the opposite direction, looking to see if they were wet. I mean, these are the silly things we do as humans. And that was when I said, you're obsessing over the storm. Stay focused on the drive and get your mind right, because Neville always gets my mind right. He always helps me to stay on the right track. So what can you do if there's something that you're overthinking, or something that you're just so dwelling on that it seems like it's going to happen, it's going to happen, I know that bad thing is going to happen? You can turn that around. You can turn it to, okay, what can I think about that's going to bring me a smile? What can I think about that's going to help me on my moment walk? Not the what if, because that was what I was starting to get into. So not doing the projection, not thinking, oh, this is going to be bad, or thinking about what could possibly happen, right? Because that's where I was. This could happen, that I would get caught in that storm. So instead of the what ifs, I did what is. So I want that to be our manifesting tip today, to stay in the what is, because when we do the what ifs, we don't know what's going to happen. And what did happen, I'm going to read to you in the story time. It was a miracle. And I'm still pinching myself to say, did that really happen? Did I really drive through a rainbow? And so I'll share with you how that took place. But anyway, think about that the next time that you're thinking that something might go wrong. What is? What's happening in that now moment? So always look at what's going on and what is. All right, let's see what's going on here. Jim and Annie came in. Yay. All right, so Jim, good morning to you. Checking in before you head to work. I hope you have a beautiful, amazing day and a good day at work. And Brookie says, oh my gosh, you guys, I won a couple of prizes on the boardwalk on my birthday and got an incredible fortune from Zoltar, the fortune teller machine man. What an incredibly magical and powerful time it was. We just got back last night. I am so glad you're here with us this morning, Brookie. And hello to you, Dylan, and sweet little Max. Kim, I always say I will make it even if I have to go 2 miles an hour. Yeah, I've been there. I slowed down. There was one day, and you all were with me. It was years ago, where I ran into that wall where there was just such a downpour that I couldn't see. And I had a panic attack and yelled out for help from you all, for prayers. And you got me through that. I had to pull off the road. I had to exit the highway because they shut the highway down. That's how bad it was. So yeah, I know now how to control the mind, control the breathing, so that I don't go into the what if. I control it with what is, and looking at every moment along the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and do story time. And let's see if we can get our sweet Andrea in here. I just want us to wrap our arms of love around her this morning. And I know how much she loves story time. So let's all send out a telepathic message to our Andrea Gregg and call her in here. Gracie, we manifested you today. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I'm going to go to the story time, but just to summarize with the manifestation tip, stay in what is instead of what if. Just change that letter. That's all you have to do. Change one letter, and it makes all the difference in the world. All right, let me pull that up. It is called I Was Hit by a Rainbow. And yes, I was hit by a rainbow. And I'm still shaking my head saying, how did this happen? Once in a lifetime opportunity. The quote is from Dolly Parton. She says, the way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. Amen, Dolly. Sometimes God does not remove the storms around us. Sometimes he simply guides us right down the middle of them. Today, I left my friend Debbie and headed back toward Boulder, Colorado, where I will be for the next month. As I loaded the Angel Mobile, a few raindrops began to fall. Oh, great, I thought. Driving in the rain is definitely not one of my favorite things to do, especially when it becomes heavy enough to make it difficult to see the road. Still, I finished loading everything and headed out. As I turned onto the main road, my stomach tightened. On one side of me was a huge black cloud hanging over the mountain. I could actually see the rain pouring down in sheets. On the other side, the mountain had completely disappeared behind a wall of blowing sand and dust. Little funnels swirled around like miniature tornadoes. There I was, driving between two very different storms. I immediately said a prayer. Angels, guide me right down the middle. Please keep me from going into either one. And those were my words to them. Keep me in the middle. The road twisted and turned through the mountains, and several times it looked as though I headed directly toward one storm or the other. Yet somehow, curve after curve, the road kept taking me between them. I never encountered the downpour. I never drove into the fierce winds and blowing sand. Yes, it rained on me, but it was manageable. I could see the road. I remained calm, and all around me were magnificent views of the Rocky Mountains. I could not help but think about how much this drive resembled life. How often do we look ahead and see storms on every side? Our human mind begins calculating all the terrible possibilities. What if this happens? What if that happens? Which storm am I going to have to face? And Spirit quietly whispers, keep going. We know the way. We don't always have to know how we are going to get through something. Sometimes our only job is to stay on the road, to listen for guidance, and trust that the next turn will reveal itself when we get there. As I came closer to my destination, something began to change. The sun appeared through the falling rain, and then I rounded a curve. There, stretched across the sky in front of me, was one of the most beautiful rainbows I had ever seen. It was a magnificent full arc, and I could see where it seemed to touch the earth ahead of me, right on the road I was traveling. As mountains tend to do, the highway curved again. The rainbow disappeared. And then it appeared again around another curve. It vanished. And then suddenly, there it was. It felt as though the rainbow and I were playing a heavenly game of hide and seek. Now you see me, now you don't. I kept driving, Finally, I reached a long stretch of road high on the mountain, and the rainbow was directly in front of me. At that elevation, 10,000 feet up, the end of the rainbow appeared to come right down onto the highway. And then something happened that I will never forget. I drove through the rainbow. I gasped. For a moment, there were no words. There was only awe. There I was, high on the mountain, surrounded by rain and sunlight, driving through something I had only ever admired from a distance, a rainbow, God's beautiful reminder of promise. My heart became so full that all I could do was say thank you. Yet even those words seemed inadequate. How do you thank God for a moment that takes your breath away? How do you describe the feeling of realizing that you have just experienced something you may never experience again in this lifetime? Maybe we're not supposed to find the perfect words. Maybe the fullness of our heart is the prayer. I thought back to the beginning of the drive. I had been focused on the storms. I'd asked the angels to guide me safely between them, and they did. But they did not just guide me through the storms. There was a rainbow waiting on the other side. Isn't that so often the way Spirit works? We pray simply to make it through. We ask for enough strength, enough courage, enough guidance to navigate whatever is in front of us. Meanwhile, God sees farther down the road than we do. We see the storm, God sees the rainbow. We see the next frightening curve. The angels see the whole road. Perhaps that's why they continually remind us to trust. Today, I was reminded that miracles are not always something that change the entire course of our lives. Sometimes a miracle lasts only a few breathtaking moments on a mountain road. But those moments change us, and I will never look at a rainbow quite the same way again. Dear angels, when we encounter miracles in our lives, it's sometimes difficult to express the feelings that come from our hearts. Thank you does not seem like enough to say in those moments of complete bliss and awe. How do we truly show our gratitude for those extraordinary gifts? Dear ones, we delight in your joy as you recognize the blessings that come into your life. Know that we are not only beside you during the challenges and the struggles, we are with you in the celebrations, the laughter, the breathtaking moments, and the experiences that leave you speechless. When your heart becomes so full that words can't contain what you feel, there's no need to search for something more profound to say. Your joy is your gratitude. Your awe is your prayer. Your open heart is your offering to the divine. You often look toward the storms and wonder how you will navigate them. We ask you instead to remain present on the path before you. You do not yet see every turn in the road. You cannot always see where the storm ends or where the light begins. We can. Trust the guidance that comes one curve at a time. There will be rain in your journey. There will be winds that cause you to hold tightly to your faith. There will be moments where you cannot see what lies ahead. And there will always be rainbows. Don't become so focused on avoiding the storm that you forget to look for the miracle appearing through the rain. We walk with you through all of it. And sometimes, dear ones, we may even lead you straight through the rainbow. The angels whisper, when storms surround you, keep your eyes on the road that Spirit places before you. The rainbow may already be waiting just beyond the next curve. And today, I promise to remember God's promise and the beautiful sign He gives us, the rainbows in our lives. I wanted to share what that promise is that God made. And it comes from scripture, from Genesis. And we all know that that was many, many years and eons ago. But in that writing in Genesis, God said, I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. It shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. The waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. So the rainbows are more than just beautiful. The rainbows are a sign. They're a sign of God's promise, and I think of that every time I see one. Earlier in the week, I had seen a rainbow. It had stormed, and then as I watched and looked out, I saw that rainbow come all the way down to touch the earth at the foot of that mountain where I was looking. So this was the second rainbow in a week that I watched the energy of it, the colors of it, go all the way down to the ground. And I've never experienced that before. I've seen full rainbows, but I could never really get close enough to them to see where they ended. This was such a magical time, you guys. I really have no words to describe how I felt. My heart was jumping. It was so happy and so full of joy. And I thought, nobody's going to believe I drove through a rainbow or that a rainbow hit me as I was driving. But it happened. And I tried to call my friend Debbie to let her know, but she was unavailable. I shared it with Ruth as soon as I got here and told them about the rainbow, because it was just such an amazing adventure. Okay, so who did we have come in while I was sharing the story? Oh, thank you, Annie. Thank you for sharing with Grayson. Yes, our young ones need to know that miracles happen every day. Thank you, Brookie. Good morning, Linda and Kelly Bach. Andrea Gregg, I'm so glad you're here. We called you in. And Kim says, rainbow is a connection to the divinity from earth to heaven. You were heavenly guided through the storm. Oh my gosh, I certainly was. It again reinforces the trust that I have in this journey and how the angels are always giving me the right signs, the right words, everything that I need. Oh, you're welcome, Brookie. I love sharing that. And it's, I think, a once in a lifetime experience. And I'm so glad that I had that close to my birthday. All right. Deirdre, today is our pirate Ricky's birthday. I think it's 3 years since he's gone. And prayers for our Josie. Absolutely. And let's call him in. Oh, sweet Ricky, we miss you. And we love you. Let's all do a big pirate arg. And just tell Ricky how much we love him. All right, Kuan Yin says, be bold. If we have been taught to always settle for less than what we dream of, we may wonder if living a boldly optimistic life is unrealistic. But you are an adventurer, a divine explorer on the wild path of life. You've been created with those bold dreams in your heart, and you are meant to fulfill them with the loving encouragement and support of life. Be bold. Do things in a really bold way. Don't play small. Never play small, because that doesn't get your heart fulfilled. And I played small because I did have a second thought that maybe I should just wait. that thought actually crossed my mind. Maybe I should wait until the storm dies down. Maybe I should pull over and let the rain stop before I get back on the road. If that had happened, if I had gone into the distrust instead of trusting what I was hearing to get going, keep being focused on the what is, not the what if, I would have missed that rainbow experience. That's the beauty of divine timing and being exactly where we're supposed to be to receive those miracles. All right, I'm going to read Yogananda. Today is the 24th. First things must come first. When you awaken in the morning, meditate. If you don't, the whole world will crowd in to claim you and you will forget God. At night, meditate before sleep claims you. I am so strongly established in the habit of meditation that even after I lie down to sleep at night, I find I am meditating. I can't sleep in the ordinary way. The habit of being with God comes first. Well, I also, when I first get up, do a very short meditation, and it's usually a meditation of gratitude. And then I come on here with all of you, and we meditate when we do the breathing. That's a meditation. It's a breathing meditation. When we say our affirmations, that's a meditation. So starting your day with that high note of acknowledging God, acknowledging Spirit, really brings you to the miracles and brings you closer to your spiritual being. And then at night, I always say prayers for you all before I go to sleep, and prayers for our earth to come into balance and for things to flow in a really good way, in harmony among all people on the earth. My birthday is Thursday, the 27th, and we are doing a full day of earth healing. Different people will come on throughout the day. Ruth and I will guide it and be there to host it. And we're going to have a day dedicated to our Mother Earth. I hope that you will join us. And there's been a lot of information. Susie Koff has been wonderful at putting out the information about how you can tune into it. We are kicking it off. So Thursday morning, on my birthday, anybody who wants to come in and be with me here on Cuppa, just let me know, and I'll put the link out. I'm probably going to have to do it on Zoom if some of you are going to join me, because I can only have, I think, 6 here on Restream. So I'll put a Zoom link out, and y'all can jump in here and wish me a happy birthday, which I love getting those wishes. But more than that, we're going to take time to honor our Earth Mother on my birthday and have a beautiful time together doing that and sending out wishes, not for me, but for Mama Gaia. And that's my heart's desire, and my birthday wish is for my beautiful P family to join me in sending out good love and intentions to our Mama Gaia. So hopefully some of you will join in for that. All right, now it is time to do that, to send those intentions into Gaia. I have the song, The Earth is Our Mother, ready to rock and roll with us. And we're going to be singing this. We'll sing it on, let's sing it on Thursday. We're going to sing it at the retreat. And yes, Deirdre, going to go to my birthday party honoring Mama Gaia. That's what we're doing on Thursday morning's Cuppa. So put it on your calendars. I want you all to be with me. So right now, what is your intention for Mama Gaia? What do you want to say to her? I'm going to play just a minute of the song so we can really get the words and understand what's being said through this song, which is that the earth is our mother. We must take care of her. May we walk gently upon this sacred earth. May our hands bring healing instead of harm. May our voice speak peace. May our hearts remember that what we do for one, we do for all. And wherever our feet carry us, may we leave behind a blessing. Peace on earth begins with us. The earth is our mother. Let's take care of her by sending her love from our heart, intentions for balance and harmony on our planet. Let's do that in this moment of silence that we're going to hold for her. Those are the words that I just read. And I'll read them again on Thursday when we do our gathering. May we bring the blessing of peace in our hearts to Mama Gaia and set that intention that she's receiving exactly what she needs from us, as Deirdre always says. Let her take from our heart what she needs to heal our planet. All right, thank you for doing that, everyone. And it is prayer time. Let's remember Kathy. She's, I'm sure, way underway to begin her surgery. And I don't know how long it takes. It'll take a few hours, I think. And let's just see her as being healed in this moment where she's undergoing her body repair. Thank you, Joanne. Thanking Mother Earth for all the elements she provides for us, helping us to maintain physical and balanced mental health. Thank you for that. Let's remember our Andrea, wrap our arms around her, our Brandy, who just went through a very challenging experience. And I just want to express gratitude for a safe journey. Thank you all for praying for me through that and then the miracle that took place on the way up the mountain. Anyone else that you want to put in the prayer circle, just type their name in and let's see them being surrounded and held by love. So go with me into our hearts. Breathe into your heart center and focus love. And God, we bring you this love. We bring you our gratitude. That's all we have to give. That's all we have to offer is gratitude to you. We thank you for the miracles that have taken place. Thank you for the ones we witness and the ones we just hear about. God, we lift up so many that are suffering right now and going through challenges. All of those that were mentioned, thank you for seeing them. Thank you for acknowledging. And thank you for answering the prayers that we bring forth. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia, for all beings who live on her back, for world peace, for a stop to human trafficking, for our children, our future, and for solutions to climate change in our world, for all countries and their leaders, for troops, for me and my family, and this P family, and for all traveling Ps. Thank you, God, for listening. We honor you, we thank you, we love you, and we have faith and trust. We believe, and we're going to stay in the what is, because that's where we're going to see the miracles. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and Amen. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Let's end on a very high note. High going up, up, up. I was thinking about that when I was driving up the mountain yesterday, because I drove up. It was over 10,000 feet up in elevation. And I love the views from up there. And I had the thought as I was at that top of the mountain, I'm soaring with the eagles. And that's what it feels like. So let's do that while this song is playing. Let's soar with the eagles and just enjoy this time together and love on each other. So the song is Up, Up, Up with our Leo, who's not here, but he's probably listening. And I know you are, Leo. So good morning to you and much love to you. Well, let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart center. And slow down your breathing.
Higher and higher and higher yet. Beyond the clouds, past the sun, that's where we're headed.
By the soaring with the eagles right now.
The power of the spirit, guided by purpose, raising consciousness. Up, 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 we go down, raise the vibe, high and high, till we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, 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 we go down, raise the vibe, high and high. Set your intentions, we off to another dimension. Up, up, we go, and love lead the way. Up, we go, no time to hesitate. Up, we go, and it feels so good. Up, we go.
Let's breathe in love. And breathe that love out into the world.
There was a time when I didn't know what to do. I'd focus my mind on things that just made me blue. No reason, no rhyme, making the negative true. I didn't know what else to do, but then I found my groove. We're going up, 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 to a higher plane, up, where we can't complain, up, where we can't refrain from anything bringing us down. Up, to a higher plane, up, where we can't complain, up, where we can't refrain from anything bringing us down.
Up, we go down, raise the vibe, high and high, till we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, we go down, raise the vibe, high and high. Set your intentions, we off to another dimension. Up, we go, and love lead the way. Up, we go, no time to hesitate. Up, we go, and it feels so good. Up, we go. We going higher, higher yet. We going higher, higher yet. We going higher, higher yet.
We're going higher and higher and higher, yeah.
Up, we go down, raise the vibe, high and higher, till we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, we go down, and it feels so. Up, we go,
Off to another dimension.
going higher, higher we go.
Higher, yeah.
Going higher, higher we go.
Flying high, so high.
Going higher, higher we go.
We're going higher and higher and higher, yeah.
Going higher, higher yet.
Up, up, up. Oh my gosh. Just when you think things can't get any better, a miracle happens, and that miracle was our Marietta Stoner being with us today. Oh, sweet Marietta, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for making my day. And thank you, Max Man, for that little reminder to keep going up, up, up. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for loving on Mama Gaia the way you do. Thursday morning, be here for Cuppa. And let's just really bless the earth. We're going to kick off the whole day of earth healing on Thursday, on my birthday. I love you. I will see you later. Namaste, y'all.